Well, from devotion to a particular rock band to devotion to a particular TV program, we've come all the way to Anaheim, a long, long, long way southeast from Santa Monica. Anaheim is the home of Disneyland, but that's not where we're going right now. We find ourselves in the Anaheim Convention Center, and we are not alone. Obviously. What have we come to see? Some of the t-shirts around here might give you a clue. Yep. The Star Trek convention. Yeah. Just for the new generations. Oh, the tech. Amazing amount of merchandise here. What? Games, smoke, books, all sorts. What's some pounds? What you got? Hertzberg, leadership for the future. Excellent. I agree. Perfect.
They just have one with a carbon driver.
Brilliant. Incredible thing too. Got a Leonard Nimoy album in the 60s. It was deck plans, Mr. Scott's Guide to the Enterprise. Out of this world. Incredible. What does it say on there? Starfleet Academy. Brilliant. Guy there who's I'm sure the first of many Klingon, Spock, Shatner and Data lookalikes being interviewed for some TV thing. Brilliant costume. I haven't got the funny boots and the flared trousers though.
I remember about 2 or 3 weeks ago.
That's Leonard Nimoy, Scott, Brown Tully.
I was riding
Down here, look.
in an open car down Hollywood Boulevard in the annual Thanksgiving parade. They have this parade every year, and they ask celebrities, people who are on the new TV shows and what have you. That's the very old thing. Here comes the star of Columbo, Peter Paul. Hey!
Should have watched the video right
we got to do right.
Amazing number of books. Covert operations manual. Oh god, that's tacky. Oh look, it's a bum head. Guy who looks like, just like Mr. Scott playing three-dimensional chess. See Mr. Data there. Hopefully he'll turn around. Mr. Data the android. Good likeness actually. A major industry here in badges and pins. Everything's looking at the communicators. Now this is a serious place for hardware.
Can we even have the movie side?
Yeah, the nozzles changed. And that
We've got communicators, small phasers,
All same.
medical equipment, scanners.
Communicators, don't
It's a brain monitor.
Yeah,
Just look, please. Don't touch. Thank you.
Phases.
Brain monitor. Are these all non-operable ones? Only if they say special.
You can get a Robocop ahead for a mere $150. $50 for your Star Trek jacket. They're ever so smart, aren't they? I prefer the new generation stuff to the old instruments. I like the shoulders. Kirk hairdo there. And he's got the boots too. I'm watching Captain Kirk walk towards the refreshment area. Huh.
I missed him.
Yeah, he's good. He had the boots and the flared trousers. Oh.
Aren't we? We'll try and shake you up a little more. It's always difficult to say hello at the beginning, isn't it? No. All right. It's my opening. To say hello? No, you don't understand. You can't just say hello to several thousand people. Hello. Oh, no, Leonard, that's just hello. You know, I'm casting a shadow on your face here. I'm trying to avoid it. Yeah, there. Leonard, I'd like to talk to you a moment. On a talk show, for example, you don't just come on and say hello. You come on prepared with stories and things. You and I did the Arsenio Hall show. We did the Arsenio Hall show, and on talk shows, they interview you to begin with. Somebody calls who's assigned the job, and they say, well, we're glad you're on our show tomorrow night. How are you going to be funny? Arsenio Hall for the moment. That's very good. I'll probably get shot before I come to you. That's very good. Okay, come on. Now, I've asked you the question.
Well, the story that I was going to tell was about being in an elevator coming down in a hotel elevator, and a fellow looked at me, and this was a story about mistaken identity. He looked at me, and he said, oh my God, look who's here. Oh, you're fantastic. You are incredible. I don't know how you do the things you do with that mind of yours. You're amazing. We watch you anytime you're on television. My whole family thinks you are the greatest, the most amazing. I have to get you autographs. I have to get a pencil and a piece of paper and get you autographs. And the elevator got to the lobby, the doors open, and he spotted a friend of his. Charlie, look who's here. Come here, Charlie. Give me a piece of paper. Come on. You got a pen? Charlie, I gotta get this guy. Charlie. Do you know who this is? Charlie's looking at me like, doesn't get it at all. She says, Charlie, this guy's fantastic. He does things with his mind you wouldn't believe. Get his autograph. Your family won't know who he is. Give me a pencil. Charlie, this is Prescott. So Charlie said, what's a Prescott? And this guy said, Charlie, mind reader. He's an amazing mind reader. So Charlie says, yeah, read this. So I did this. I went to Charlie, and I did this. And then I said, forgive me, sir, but there is no intelligent life out there. I wish something like that had happened to me. This is a story you will never see on the Arsenio Hall show. So, we tried. Nothing like that ever happened. I mean, the only thing I can think of that happened to me, yes. What is the funniest thing that ever happened? Well, it's not the funniest thing. Well, you want an amusing thing? Okay. That happened to me. The most amusing. Do Arsenio Hall. Ask me as I can't do it. What do you mean? What do you want to ask me? No, I can do it. So now ask me a question doing that. What is it? Do you do? What have you done? That's the dog pound. That's the dog pound. That's the Cleveland dog pound. Okay. Ask me a question. You're the captain, whatever you say. Ask me a question. What's the most amusing thing that ever happened to you at a convention? Not too much. Well, I was doing a show like this. Okay. I didn't have your presence to aid in the bet. Okay? I didn't have your succor to rely on. I couldn't lean a weary shoulder on your breast. I was on my own. I was doing 2 shows. I feel very sorry. Okay. So, I did a show, and then I had to rush up to my hotel room and get a shower and change. So I did that. I was doing it at the hotel, and I rushed upstairs, and I tore off my clothes as I was running towards the shower. I only had a few of them. I tore off my clothes, my underwear, the clothes, ran in the shower. And you're standing there totally nude. I'm standing there totally nude. Totally naked. I walk back into the living room. Where what? Well, please, I want, now that you've interrupted the flow, where, sir? I apologize. For what? So I rushed back in. I rushed back in to the room where I left my clothes. My clothes were gone. I'm looking around for my clothes. Can't find my clothes. Suddenly the phone rings. That's the phone. Yes? So, this is the housekeeping. So what do you want? I have your clothes. Your housekeeping? Did you have my clothes? You came into my room, you took my clothes? She said, yes, I have. I don't get my clothes, I have to get back downstairs. I've got another show to do. She said, I want something. So what do you want? She said, meet me in the hallway. I said, how can I meet you in the hallway? I'm naked. She said, all right, I'm locking your door in 27 seconds. 26 and a half seconds later. I opened the door. This is ugly. Where are my clothes? She says, I've hidden them. I said, where have you hidden them? She says, give me your autograph first. I run back, I signed these papers. Here. She says, your underwear is under the bed. I said, where are my pants? She says, I want a picture. I run back in and get a picture. Here's a picture. Where's my jacket? Where's my shirt? She says, kiss me. So I thought, okay, I'll kiss her. I reach for her, and I bring her a little closer, and I see a little spittle on her lips. I close my eyes, I kiss her. She says, your shirt and jacket are in the shower. She says,
says, I want more. He says, you want more? Call room service. And I close the door. It's amusing. Okay, brother. It's amusing. It's unfortunate. I'll ask Brandon. And I said, I've never heard from him. He's never responded to my letter, knowing that somebody would get to Mr. Tarnica. 2 days later, I got an answer. They're thinking about 7, so we got that official. Right. All done. All done. Yes, the lady in the front row. Yeah, her mother's been watching you for 25 years. Are you pointing at me? Is your mother into housekeeping at all? I'm trying to figure out the logic of this. Her mother's been watching us for 25 years and still doesn't know what we look like. Needs a picture. Wants a picture. There were no more autographs. Creation convention. We'll help you on that. Adam will help you out. Okay? Yeah, creation convention. Want to stand up and yell at us, the lady back there with the visor hat on, cap? Will we ever be coming to Canada? Is there a reason we should do that? Wait a minute. This information may have slipped your somewhat adult mind. I happen to be a Canadian. Forgot the Canadian national anthem. You make jokes about the Forest Kelly. Not the Forest Kelly. You're a nice guy. Oh, Canada. That's better. Yes, we will come to Canada in due time. Yes, the lady here in the middle, with the white whatever. Yes. A little louder. How did my meeting with Coco come about? And what was the rest of your question? And how did I get a meeting with him? How did I feel meeting him? Let me tell you about meeting him. I had a life-changing experience. There's a chance to do that. You can't resist the chance to do that. Didn't mean to do that. Just nasty things. So I went to Coco and I started to say, Coco, I love you. I was repeating, I love you. Knowing that my whole body was conveying, just be careful you can find yourself married here, was conveying the profundity of what I really meant. I really meant, I love you. And I do. I love those animals. And so I came closer and I squatted down. And I said, Coco, I love you. And I looked into her deep brown eyes. She put her giant hand out and gripped me by the groin. I swear to you, God is my witness. She had a hand on me right there. There's an animal that speaks the English language. There was a moment between us that shall only remain hours alone. It's a very private moment. But I spent the time with her and tried to talk to her in sign language as they showed me. But mostly it was the knowledge that this marvelous animal, as like the orca, that we are all so one, so unified. There is no difference but the language. And that's what I came away with Coco. Well, they paid me well. At last, the truth. I had a good time. I enjoyed it. I really did. I enjoyed it a lot, yeah. I went because, I'll tell you, this is the truth. The day that we started talking about making Star Trek 6, the idea of the appearance on The Next Generation was conceived that day. And the idea was for Spock to go on The Next Generation
older, and to be able to become involved in a story on the next generation that would help our friends here to have some sense of what to look forward to in Star Trek 6. So it was kind of a teaser kind of trail leading to the story of Star Trek 6, and that's why we did it.
Pinch people. You didn't have me to pick on.
They treated me very well, and they made me feel a little old.
Leonard,
They treated me very
you are old. You know we're 4 days apart.
exactly 4 days apart in age. We are. Well, I don't know if it calls for applause. It's not something that we planned and did.
I think a trumpet might be more timpanis like that.
Of course, he won't admit that he was born 4 days before me. But that's the truth, 4 days.
But you're better preserved than I am.
That's because all through the series, when you do it, and eating carrot sticks, what were you doing? I'm writing memos, I know. We had all those fights to do. That's why, in order to preserve myself, maintain some decorum, some sense of dignity. That's why I discovered the Spock neck pinch.
That's why you did the pinch?
Yes.
To maintain?
You did the punch, I did the pinch. You did the kick, I did the pinch. You jumped up and down and ran and jumped and pinched the punch, and I did the pinch.
And I kissed the girls, and you pinched.
It's amazing how sexy people find you. I want to make sure I'm understood here. I didn't mean how sexy people find you.
How sexy people find you.
What I meant was, it's amazing how many people find you sexy. We've been traveling around together because of some of these appearances, and I tell you, it's awesome. It's awesome.
He kiss me. When we get off stage, just, don't kiss me. Don't kiss me in front, please. Don't kiss me in front.
Not in front of the crowds.
I don't remember it. I remember in pictures, pictorial, more physical terms. Separates us somewhat, but not bad. Just a little dull. Intellect versus emotion.
We'll give you ground here. It's okay.
Okay.
Don't feel
So
trapped.
I remember shows in terms of what the emotions were. Okay? So making a series, Andrew, is very tough because scripts are very tough to come by. And by the time you've got 13 scripts, you've got to make 24, 25 episodes. You've made 13 shows by September because you started in June, and you're falling behind on the scripts. People are getting desperate for material. You're beginning to get very anxious. The people at the front office are pounding the typewriter day in and day out. And finally there comes a time when you don't get a full script. Okay? The day you're supposed to start a new show, they'll hand you pages. And they'll say, okay, here's 10 pages or 20 pages. Here's what you do today and tomorrow. Finally, when you get down to the last few shows, they're handing you scenes. Here's what you, well, what's the story? We don't quite know what the story is, but you say this one. I'll teach you now. Okay? So one day, they'll give you a summary of what the story is, a précis of what the story is. So one day, I walk in to the studio, carried beyond belief by hand, and I start reading this précis of the story. It says, a woman enters a man's body. How do you play a woman enters a man's body? So those are the kinds of things I remember. The strange things that I as an actor had to do.
What episode was that?
I have no idea.
It's right about Intruder, that's right. So we named the menagerie and a mock time, City on the Edge of Forever is 4. And what else? A Goodbye in Star Trek 2. And sure about Intruder, there's your 6. How's that? Okay? unearthed by this amazing. This letter was buried in 1966. And here's what I wrote. Time capsule, September 15th, 1966. I'm not kidding. You don't believe me? I predict. Yes. There will be 3 seasons of the Star Trek series. Then we will be canceled by NBC after 79 episodes. The series will do extremely well in syndication. And in 1979, we will make Star Trek the motion picture, followed by 5 sequels. Are you kidding? Look, it's right here. What? Spock will die in Star Trek 2, but he'll be saved in Star Trek 3. Star Trek 6 will open to great response in December of 1991. There will be an additional television series called Star Trek The Next Generation, which will be very successful. This letter should be buried at least until 1992, when it should be read for the first time, preferably in Anaheim, California. Come here. Stand up. Just take a look at that letter and tell me the man is lying. This is Brown, a nice person. He lies a lot. I just want to make sure that we don't know each other, do we? I just know you're a hooker. That's right. I mean, we've never met before. I don't need to deal with you. Not at all. Okay, good. I'm clear. I want you to look at this letter and verify that it says essentially what I have just read. Does it or does it not? I hate to tell you it's all true. That's right. Thank you very much. You can show that to your friends after we're gone. Take that with you. Okay. Thank you all, folks. Thank you very much. Good long and prosperous.
Yay!
Thank you.